Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I have promised that I would make an endorsement or will add my voice to the election in Liberia, and we're down to the wire. And I thought I would stand by my word and make sure that I did point out who I would like to at this point, this moment in time, after making a lot of assessment where we need to be as a country and as a nation. Um, Let me just say quickly to all of you, there are people in the elections that I know, like Dr. Gompu. Okay, I didn't hear much of him. I tried to reach out to him to see where he is. So see what is happening in his camp. And point, because I know him, not do I know him personally, I had an opportunity to work with him. I understand his credential, like I say, Dr. George Kwampu, and they keep calling George Kwampu. No, it's Dr. George Kwampu. He earned his stripes. Very educated. Helped Liberia during the recovery process, the first turn of Madam Salif. He helped with getting some help for our nation and our people, and left after the first turn, came back, went to work. He is a scholar and what I would call intelligentsia. Um, if his name were high on the list, I will point in his direction because he have never been given a mandate to work for the Nima people or for the Liberian people for that matter, and not to deliver. He did deliver in the under the UP-led government with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Another person that I would take a rent check or a second look at would be Mike Blinwin. He's young. He represents 64% of the population. But I didn't get to talk to him. I didn't get to meet with him. I didn't get to know where he stands, except for bit of interview that I saw here and there. He was supposed to have shown up on our platform on Sunday. He didn't come. He said there were internet issues, and that's totally fine with me. Um, I also like wanted to check and find out his background, what he brings to the table, his goal besides the party mandate. I wanted to understand that, and I need to make people understand. Musa were not on the ballot. Or Musa is on the ballot. I'd campaign vehemently for Musa, and I vote again if I were put in the same position. And I'm proud of the work that he has done. I also have had an opportunity to deal with Madam Edith Conclo, educated woman, a well-versed woman, a well-traveled woman. And I hear a lot of people in Liberia say, oh, uh, or let's say the pessimists say, oh, she does this, she does that. Listen, I see African dying in the Mediterranean every day, every day. I see people running to go places just to survive. I see Liberian leaders taking their wives and their daughter out of the country and their children to educate them in other people's country because they cannot build the country. But and I see this lady juggling two continents, staying in her continent. Okay, I do not agree with everything with her, but I do agree at this point of the people in the mainstream. Okay, she is the, this is my opinion, the most qualified. Liberia, it's almost 180 years old. Only 12 years of that were given to a woman for during a very tumultuous time, meaning a very troubled time, a very up and down time. This woman were able to navigate her way, at least a first term, to bring some level of stability to the nation. okay, mobilize resources to keep our people alive, to help our people come back. And I wish to God that during her term, she had more women in her government that she had men. I will tell you this, when you, and most of the nation, those are proven, go look for your data. Tanzania, Namibia, Paul Kagame of Rwanda, they will tell you. Here, we notice this here with President Biden and Kamala Harris. We will notice Enter Maxine standing up for us as Liberians and going. So I would think, I know it to be a fighter, regardless of what I think of her. I know she will fight for Nima County. And now also, as the wheel of time continued to turn, as we continued to hold our leaders accountable, and we cannot continue to do the same thing and expect different results. That information does not go to those who put their names in the hat to be elected. This information goes solely to those, those who continue to choose the people they choose. Listen, when people treat you badly, when they come to you and lie to you, when they sprinkle a little bit of $1 here, $2 here, we saw these candidates dishing out money in a county where little kids are making blocks to build their own schools. They're sitting on mats. Students are begging for the government to pay their teachers. ArcelorMittal have contaminated the river. There's no river. When people stand out, they get beaten and taken to jail. I have traveled the length and breadth of Nimba County. The last I checked, even the Bapa area that's under the belly of Manimba, that billions of dollars is sucked out of, no electricity. People are still living in palm thatches, still going to bushes to use it, and dying from curable diseases. So I'm saying this to say, okay, I will ask you who are on here to share that me. You see, the t-shirt, I made a t-shirt years ago. It said, "Va I am, Bassa, Grebo, Pele, Congo," okay? And it goes down to all 16 tribes. This is where we are. And I have this message that I wrote earlier that I like to read before I go and do my endorsement. And I will call it a day. And the Liberian people will decide. Liberians, the decision that you will make tonight. I said this 2017, I will say it again. Okay? I need you to understand this. Election is not a football game. It is not a 90-minute thought process. That when you finish, you drink a beer and you wait for the next game. An election determines your future. And the future depends on what we do today. As such, your decision should not be made based on emotions. Yes, or the $20 that they gave you. Better yet, the bag of rice that they gave you. Or the promises that are made that you know they're not going to keep. And I say to all Liberian people, we all know each other. We are like 2 degrees of separation. So you know somebody who knows somebody. Especially for those in the mainstream, okay, like the Koga, the Jeremiah Kuhn, all of them, you know them, you know of them, you know about them, okay? It is your decision to make. I don't know what the case that was presented to you, but I'd like to play one of the highlights for me in this is that what I wanted to play here. And I want this to resonate with all of you, okay? Think about it. We say women are the, and I'm not supporting because based on gender. And I'm also supporting based on gender. I want people to understand that. Okay? Because it's equity. It is equity that we are asking for. Okay, so I wanted for you to see that, but the highlight of everything that I saw today was for me where it says to all of us, it says, we want Edith, we don't want money. That's what it says. We want Edith, we don't want money. That made my day. I wish I could play it. Yeah, Cindy Martin Payet. Where I'm my voice to the men who say today we don't want money, we want Edith. And I'm, like I say, I am adding my voice for two reasons. It's not how many times you fail, but the glory lies in every time you rise again. When a woman can fight, when a man can fight, when an individual can fight for a cause and pour everything in it, even when they fail, even when you know at some point you won and you were cheated, or they won, but you come back because you believe in that cause. It is passion. It is your why that drives. Now, to my family, to my friends, I will ask, go out tomorrow and vote for number 3. And remember, the children's future is on the line. Remember, schools are on the line. Remember, their 25-year contract or ArcelorMittal is on the line. Remember, healthcare is on the line. Women health is on the line. Who else can advocate for women health? Listen, out here, some men putting, when you vote for people solely based on gender, or being a female, then you say you're being prejudiced. I'm not voting solely being on female. That should qualify. That also there must be a seat at the table for women. We know ourselves. We know if you disenfranchise 50% of the population, you fail the nation. But before I play this, I told you today, I wanted to go ahead and wrote this. I listened to Gono. Okay? But I will read back again. When you educate a woman, when you bring a woman at the table, she's not only thinking about her boyfriend. She's not only thinking about her friends. She's thinking about the family, the community, the unit, the nation. That's what it is, especially an informed woman. Edith is educated. She's informed. She has some fight in her. She does. She does. So I will leave you with a message from herself. A message from herself. That's what I will leave you with. Okay? Let's listen to her. I have no copyright to this video. I don't.
So we want to continue to fight for the people of America, fight for them in the legislature, ensure that they get their fair share. Decisions made in the Senate are decisions that impact the entire country. So, to my fellow Nigerians, you have spoken and you have spoken well. We've listened to you, we've listened to your cries, we've heard the things that matter to you most. What quality education, we've heard you. To our young people, we've heard you. Those of you who on the campaign trail have told us you want opportunity to be able to enroll in tertiary institutions and learn skills that will help you throughout your life. We've heard you. We've heard you, women, women of Nimba, who want their voices to be heard, who want the plight of women to be factored in the discussions in Nimba. We've heard you. We've heard even our men who are siding with their daughters and realize that what is happening in Nimba, the marginalization of the political voice of women in Nimba is not to their liking. We've heard you, and that is why we've answered to your call to participate in this election, so that together we can work and make your dreams of becoming a viable county work in this country. And so, as we work together and inch towards the end of this campaign at 12 midnight tonight, don't forget to vote on Tuesday. Don't forget to vote number 3. Make sure whatever you have, whatever schedule it is, let that be secondary to your voting. Turn to the polls, vote on Tuesday, and above all, when you vote, especially to the young men, to our motorcyclists who are so enthusiastic about our leadership, protect the vote. We want you to remain at the voting center even after you vote, to man your vote. And let me send this message as well. We've gotten a lot of intels. There's going to be a dark unmarked vehicle, an SUV, a Jeep. When you see that, make sure you are watching those unmarked cars, those black cars. They are not of this election. Please remain your own security in this election. Watch your ballot, be vigilant, report any fishy movement by people who you don't know, any strange movement in your communities, report them. And again, as we close this campaign, thank you, Nimba. You've made me proud. You've made yourselves proud. This senatorial election that we have won already, and it's just left to be validated by your voting on Tuesday. This senatorial seat is your seat. It is your position. It is meant for your children to address their future needs, because leadership is about the future. Thank you so much. Go out and vote. Victory to all of us. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, Sis Edith. Thank you, Sis Edith. Thank you again, Sis Edith. Edith, thank you. I want to say thank you, guys. That was the message from the candidate. And I will say to you, I don't know if this is my husband that cutting grass outside, and hopefully that's not him. Okay, because we're supposed to be going somewhere. But I wanted to say to the young people, let me say that, and I'm not going to hold my thought. Jeremiah Kun is known for cheating. Okay, cheating, importing ballots, doing plenty of things, and desperate because he thinks he can control people. Listen, there is no reward and no progress, okay, in a nation that one person controls everyone. Democracy flourish when the people are able to think freely and make decisions freely. That when it's not induced, we're seeing the money changing here, but our children are dying from hunger. We see the money changing here because it's election to buy them out, broad daylight, with no respect for the rule of law. We see that. We see the decline in morality. Liberia need a reset. So to the young people out there today who are saying, we want Edith, We don't want money. Thank you. I saw a sincere from so they can give them money. Okay? And they're not coming. Listen, folks, let me say to all of you, if you're on Facebook with me, I respect you. I respect your decision. Most of you do not see me come under your post when you take your side. But when people in leadership make decisions that will impact me, I will speak to it. Okay? I worship no man. So I'm going to play this video. This is my highlight and I will leave with. Okay? This is my highlight. Okay. That's Liberian children speaking. We want it, we don't want money. The money is there. They can divide on election day. Listen, whenever, it's just like any relationship. You know, I hear a lot of people on Facebook where it's just like relationship. When a man slap you once and he comes back and bring you flour and tell you, baby, we're not happy again. And he does it again and he tell you that's the last time. That's the lie. He's not going to stop. It's a graduated behavior. He has no respect for you. He has no respect for your feeling. And I will bring this over to the people that you have chosen. Okay? These people, you elected them 1.5 years ago. They got their cars, their girlfriend, their boyfriend, they're traveling. They got their children. Most of them have left the country, their friends. They got lucrative position. Most of the press people in Ganta, they're on payroll. Some of my own family people, they're on payroll. So they switch there. You don't need people to pay you for the loyalty. Okay? When they say politics is about interest, it's about the greater goods of a nation. I live in Georgia, where 21 men came to find a place to offload England because there were hunger there. Even the highest among highs were going to jail for borrowing money because they said they were worth it, but they were poor because they could not find job. And they needed to empty the jail out to bring them over here. So Georgia were established for 3 reasons. Philanthropists, which is charity. Mercantilism, which is economics or economy. The third one as a defense, okay? A barricade. But when they were coming, they didn't bring the poor people. They brought people who were experienced craftsmen, who could build a nation that would fit in the older England. So when you want to build a nation, you're going to start from the best among the best. And they will come with their idea to the table to create a place for everybody to come on. But when you get a Koga, where he claim to fame is because of his gender, he's a man. That's it. That's all, nothing else. And he tells you it is his tradition, although he does not understand the tradition because he's telling us he will go to the other side to ask the people. Okay? That he's loud and disruptive. When you have a second vice president, me and Jeremiah will be on there for the duration of his term. So y'all please be ready for me to come and cost me. That little nap that what chose me, I'm not going to call your name because I'm not going to get you relevant. Okay? That all over because Jeremiah couldn't get her job. She's all under my post. Sweetheart, I'm not going to block you. You're going to watch me. You're going to add to my Facebook paycheck. So every time you trade me, I will make money. I'm going to keep you there. So you're there for marketalism, for business purposes, for economic purposes. But I'm not going to acknowledge you. I will never answer you moving forward. But I will say to the rest of you, I don't want to veer out. Please go out tomorrow. Vote. Wash your vote. Protect your vote because they will try to cheat. 2 days ago, they said the truck that was taking the ballot to Nima broke down. They will take their half from there and put it. When you see one person on a motorbike, all of you, You must be security. Your cell phone must be charged. It must be on. You should post it. If they do anything fishy, let's test the system. We will test the justice system. We'll not do it like the last time where one of the political parties went to court and said, "Oh, it's not going to come." We'll test the system. Let it be noted. Okay, my Edith, good luck to all of you who believe and started this journey. I've done my work in the back. Okay, we are still getting our family people to know where they're going to go vote, where they're registered to get in there. That's what I can do. Okay, I'm not on the ground, but I got people on the ground. I got at least 5 or 10 votes or more, and for me, that's very important. Okay, I made my donation to where I needed to be, where it needed to be made. My sisters are going to go wash pool, and I trust them completely. That's what I can do. That's the most I can do. So, Sis Edie, thanks for that call. I thank you too that when I call that you pick up, that you agree to go to run, to stand up. Ma, you are brave. You are strong. And we need more women than you to stand up regardless of the threat, regardless of the insult, regardless of the degradation, regardless of the disenfranchisement, that you steer the ship, ma, and you carry it. Good luck to you. Thank you. Our daughters will look at you and say, if she can do it, I can do it, regardless of the outcome. Okay? Regardless of the outcome. Regardless of the outcome. So I want to say to you, to all Liberians, to young women, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I am endorsing her both on being qualified and on being a gender for equity. That's what democracy 4 pillar is about. Representation, freedom of speech or freedom, equity, and something else. My brain not going there. Okay? But the 4 pillar that makes democracy. Justice, freedom, representation, and equity. That's what it is. We have no equity. We are 50% of the population. We don't have a voice at the table. Okay? So, I'm getting animated, so y'all let me go. Y'all thank you and y'all good night. Somebody, please share this video. God bless you all. My Edith, God bless you. We'll wake up to a new story, a new day. Folks, go out, protect your vote. Although it should not be your job to protect your vote, it should be the government job to make sure your democracy is protected, but it have never been. So go out. Good night. Okay, thank you, everyone. God bless all of us. Good night, everyone. Let me get out and go patrol in the street. Wow.